So I think it's finally time to fix our issue with updating the authentication for the current user. Now, Firebase knows that this is a problem, but fortunately, Firebase is a real-time database. What that means is it updates things in real time at the exact moment it happens. What's cool about that is they give us little pieces of functionality, little methods that will solve our problems. So we don't need to do this window.onload equals function. We can, but we don't need to. And we don't need to console.log firebase.auth.current-user. Firebase gives us this cool little method right here where we can just say up top, firebase.auth.onAuth state changed. You're like, what? What? I know. What this does is it accepts a .then. Once the auth state changes, as soon if the user is logged in or not, run a .then, and we can always .catch it to make sure if there's any errors, function error, and we'll say console.log the error. And then this callback function is if the auth state changes, pass in the user, and we'll say if there is a user, just like this, then do logged in stuff. If there's not a user, else do not logged in stuff. And this will actually solve all of our problems. So Firebase gives us an easy way to handle things like this. And so I'm just going to come down here and take the if user stuff and copy it and put it right here. Okay, I'm going to indent it a little bit. And I'm going to take the other if not logged in user stuff and copy it. Yeah, you can get rid of everything else. From here on out, we're pretty much good. So this is actually everything we need. The only problem is we haven't said what to do with the user yet, have we? We haven't stored the user anywhere. We haven't checked its data. So I'm just going to console.log the user right below just to make sure it actually works this time. Cool? And then I'm going to get rid of all of this. Now, if you don't have any of this stuff, don't worry. I'm going to paste this into Slack before I move forward anymore. Cool? So here's my entire function, check if logged in function, which I'm going to give you the whole check if logged in function and the window.onload run this function. Copy. And I'm going to paste it into Slack real quick. The entire check if updated check if logged in function. Yes, and the little window on load part. That's going to run as soon as our window is loaded. It's going to run this check if the user is logged in. And so Firebase is going to take care of all of that for us, like I said. So right here, this whole function is going to run and say if the user is logged in, cool. Otherwise, and it's going to console.log it for us. So now if we refresh our app, it waits. Uh-oh, we got an error. On auth state changing. Failed expected 1 to 3 arguments, but got 0. Let's see what's wrong. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Interesting. Check if logged in. Okay. Hold on, let me see what's up with this. Maybe I don't want that window on load part anymore. Let's see. Refresh again. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I think actually, my bad. I think this whole function right here, the function user part, goes inside the on auth state changed. Hold on. I think I did this wrong. Let me update it for you. I think you just put it right inside here. And that should solve all the problems. Let me see. Save it. Bring back that window on load. Come on, work with me. And refresh. Oh, beautiful. And there's our user. Now we have our user who's logged in And it even says sign out there, so we know they've logged in. And it console.log the user for us. We could, even if we just want to make sure, we could console.log user signed in. And if they're not, we'll console.log user not signed in. Yeah, let me replace your function. That's my bad. This should be the updated function. I did it wrong the first time. Let me update it for you. Ta-da! Sorry, everyone. Here's the right function. And now, if we refresh, the user should still be logged in. Does it still say sign out? Still says signed out. The user is still signed in. And now we have an app where the user can stay signed in, but our sign out function isn't going to work anymore. So what we need to do now is in the signed out function, let's update it. And we will say, does anyone want to take a guess what the Firebase.auth.signout function is? What it's called? Sign out, nice. Let's see if it works. You ready? So the sign in function we did with down here with Google. The sign out function is just called Firebase.auth.signout. Actually, it might be all lowercase sign out. I don't remember. We're going to find out in a second, though, aren't we? Actually, let's find out right now. Good call. Yep, I got it right. Sign out. Looks like that. Cool. Ready? Let's do it. Let's make sure our app can sign in people and sign out people. Refresh. User is signed in, sign out. User not signed in, oh, sign in. Check it out. Okay, they're signed in, refresh. Still signed in, sign out. Oh my gosh. We now have an app that can allow users to sign in and out of it. We're incredible, aren't we? I would say top 5 coolest people in the world. Now, why does the picture stay? It's because we didn't actually do this part right here. This var photo URL equals whatever. Now, remember, the photo URL in this case is going to be something different. So we can actually update our sign in function so that the user, it's like, let's see what it says. Var photo URL equals user dot, and if we look at the user object that it gives us back, where is the photo URL save? It'd be user dot what? Photo URL. So we just say user.photo URL, and then now it should work exactly like we think it does. And now we have everything we really need to log in a user, log out a user, get their images, get their display name, get their email, and it's time for Ben and I to start implementing the voting version. Y'all ready? Yeah. Let me check it really quick one more time, make sure this works. Refresh. User not signed in. Sign in with Google. Okay, cool. Refresh it. Picture's still there. Sign out. Sign in. And that's it. That's authentication. We got it. We're gangsters. Like really gangster. I love it. Congratulations. Now it's time to make our app look great and start voting.